Kindly sit down. Thank you for the courtesy. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would talk randomly. I want a discussion with you tonight. I do not intend to deliver a speech. But contemporary times, we have experienced a lot of upheavals, trouble for our country, good or bad. Leaders almost brought down from power, about to be brought down, and also the previous ones by sheer military coup d'etats. I'd like to discuss the environment that we are today. Let me start with onion-skinned and a cliche which says that 1,000 lies being run every day becomes the truth. You know, I am a citizen of this republic, and I never bargained away my constitutional rights as equally as with the others. I do not lose those rights just because I was a mayor and I am a president now. But let me give you this covenant tonight, and I will repeat it. If there is a 200 million in the banks, you will receive my resignation immediately. Sigurado yan. But before going into the lies, there's a lawyer says that do not be too onion-skinned. Even in face of fabricated evidence, illegally obtained, and added so several times day in, day out. Magdeposito ka dito, 500, madagdagan bukas ng ganansya mo ng 10 pesos, ilagay mo uli, and they counted it all over again. What happened to Corona is happening to me. You know, kung babain mo lang ako, bababa tayong lahat. Not give me the I do not lose my freedom of expression. So there are lies based on baseless hundreds of millions, and even if I wanted to steal, saan kukunin yung amount na yan? You know, politics plays a very important role. Yung hindi makatanggap ng kataluhan nila would keep on hammering because they want to pull you down and erode your leadership. At that cannot be cured by onion skin. If your leadership in this country is being eroded by blasphemy, malice, nabi ko magre-resign ako. And to your sorrow, one day lalabas yan. But I will not give them that. Di ko ibigay the silver platter at hanapin ninyo. At huwag ninyo ako, I cannot answer because I should not be onion skin. Statement is that. Mumurahin mo na, why? Have you forgotten that there is honor? Eh kung sabihin ko ngayon ang asawa mo, yung dalawa hindi mo anak, kasi nangaliwa yan, anong gawin mo? That is an attack against honor. And you just say, do not be onion-skinned. Who are you to tell me in face of fabricated evidence? Sinabi ko na sa before the election, wala ako niyan. At wala ako ngayon. I said to your sorrow, ihampas ko sa mukha mo. papel na yan. I'm sure it will be released in due time. Pero ang source niyan, tama. Inad lang nila araw-araw. Nagdidegosyo yung asawa ko, do not, yung sa palengke, sambit, why, we do not have to, we cannot struggle in this life to make a living? As your all in all, it would not go beyond 40 million, my lifetime saving. A part of that was my hereditary, kayong taga-Davao, alam niyo, property. Yan, totoo yan. Kaya ginumura ko kayo kasi tapos sabihin mo sa akin na do not be onion-skinned in face of the fabrication and the illegally obtained onion skin yan. How about my right again to freedom of expression? Sana, ikaw, ganunin ko. Nanawala ka ba talagang lahat ng abogado? Pati judges. You know that. Huwag na tayong magbulan yung paik-ik ninyo sa publiko. I said, I am ready to lose the presidency. My honor, my life, and the presidency. I now challenge Carpio to resign with me. And ito si Supreme Court Justice. Sige nga. Ikaw may kaso. Morales, unahin mo yung mga kaso noong na-file na matagal na. You are on a selective justice. Bakit nauna yung amin na hindi pa totoo? I said it to your sorrow. May babuti pa, may kaibigan man kayo, Central Bank, silipin na lang ninyo. Kasabi ko talaga, isampal ko yan sa mukha ninyo, tingnan mo. Kami taga-probinsya lang, hindi kami, pero hindi ako pitsugi na pagkatao, let's check kayo. Ba't kaya lang ba may pamilya? Kung sabihin ko, ikaw, you're a rotten lawyer also. I have talked to your clients. You're better now than the others. Salita kayo parang onion skin. Why? What thick of my skin do you prefer? The skin of the bull? You know, that is a oft-repeated Supreme Court decision. So kung wala nang iba, do not be too onion-skinned. Okay. But whoever thought that I would be bargaining even my honor, kung sabihin sa'yo, kung daldal ka ng daldal, wala ka naman sinasabi. Anong grado mo, sir? Ano kung magsalita kayo na, hoy, hindi ako mamatay pag hindi ako presidente. I said, I'm challenging dito. Kami man nagpapagulo. Nagpapagamit yung dalawa eh. Di mag-resign tayo. I challenge dito. We will go to Congress in a simple ceremony. We sign the letter of resignation. Sige nga. Then let us open all the books. Pati inyo. Bakit ka magsalita na ito rangdang na ito, tingnan mo. Using falsified, going public, knowing that the AMLAC Council has not given its authority to release. At ang sabi pa doon, can I have it? Yung, mayroon mo yung ano? Dili ko itong ito. The Anti-Money Laundering Council Secretariat received on 6 September 2017 and 17 August 2017 a letter of overall Deputy Ombudsman Arthur Carandang requesting it to initiate investigation on subject matter. We categorically stated that before that the Anti-Laundering Council is not the source of the documents and information attached by Senator Trillanes in his complaint. Regarding the alleged bank accounts of the President, it has neither provided the Office of the Ombudsman with any report as a consequence of any investigation of such account on any purpose. We have yet to evaluate the request and the intention of an investigation, as well as the release of any report on the subject will depend on such evaluation. Suffice it to state that the attachment of the complaint and the alleged debits and credits representing outflows and inflows of funds were added together, thus making the result total amounts wrong and misleading. Meanwhile, we cannot make further comment considering the confidential. Tapos sabihin ninyo na corrupt ang Pilipinas. Well, how about the 6 million plus and the base who voted for me? Gusto niya akong siraan sa kanila? Now, look, I will not submit jurisdiction to the Ombudsman. Okay? No. If we cannot decide how to do it, then I will not. Congress refuses it. The Supreme Court is headed by, I'm not saying the membership. I have a deep respect for the some people. Kilala ko. Pero ito, if it's headed by a corrupt, wala sa salent yan yung piyat ko na yan. Piyat ko na nabalita in the legal circle. It was, who will decide? The armed forces and the police will decide it for us. Para hindi magka-gulo-gulo itong bayan. Alam ng armed forces at police na corrupt ito si Sir. Alam ng armed forces kasi yung mga police na dinmanda nila doon, ako ang nagabigay ng pera. Hinihingi ko yan sa mga kaibigan ko, tulungan ninyo ito. Kasi hinihingi yan ng mga ombudsman investigator. Mag-inventaryo kami, and I'll tell the armed forces, make an inventory of how many policemen and soldiers had to pay the investigators para lang makalusot. Ngayon, hindi ako magsabit ng jurisdiction because it's a lousy thing. Imagine this, Karangdang. Magdasal ka lang, Karangdang. I'm not threatening you. Pagka nagkalitsi-litsi ang Pilipinas, unahin kita. Because now, sabihin ko na there's a stalemate. I will not, for the life of me. Igibig ko kayo mga taga-armed forces, ilan sa inyo nagbayad ng mga kaso? Yung finance officer nyo dinimanda, tapos binalikan niya yung mga ombudsman, dismiss sa Quezon City. Paligayahan kayo niyan? Lahat ng pulis halos, bayad yan. Liable or not liable. I've been a prosecutor, don't me fucking. On your skin, you repeat a lie every day. Sabihin kita, araw-arawin kita. Can you bear it? I'll talk to you now, and I'll try to your face. Stand there and listen to me for 1,000 times. Be, sige nga. Ano nyo akong gano'n, abogado basta. Huwag kayo maghanap ng kampi. Gusto mo, dalawa lang tayo sa kwarto. Unnecessary kung onion skin. Tignan mo muna ano ba ang nangyari dito. Sabi ng money laundering, ba't may nagkuha doon sa loob, binigay ka Trillanes, binigay kay Carandang ka. You are holding a fabricated, to your sorrow, you will realize it. Kung may kaibigan ka sa loob, pumunta ka na sa bangko sinta, tignan mo na para safety ka. Wag na, you make I will allow it. Maswerte ka na kung may 40 million. Sabi ko, kayong taga Davao, talaga bang ganun na kami kahirap? Sabi ko nga, trace it from IBA, Insular Bank of Asia and America, kasi it was about that time that we had, because nakakaso, nag-away-away kaming magkapatid, we had a extrajudicial settlement. Tignan mo yung first million doon. Ito, sabihin ko sa inyo, kasi may mga asawa akong negosyante. Lahat ng sweldo ko pagka, land bank people, give it to them. Lahat ng sweldo ko pagka mayor until now, dumidiretso dyan sa specific account na yan. Kaya sabi ko, hindi mag-abot ng 14 billion. Go ahead and look at the records. Bank to bank yan. Ang sweldo ng taga-gobyerno, land bank. Yan ang tapos reported doon sa ano. Yung sweldo ko, land bank, doon yan papasok rin. Kayong mga abogado, pakisilip lang. Not all the years, minsan nakukunan ko, well, pamilya, minsan paghiwalay ng asawa ko, nagbili ako ng lupa dyan sa, just beside the regional. I was looking for a small house. That small house now, binigay ko na sa cancer patients na mga bata, pediatrics. You check it out. Kayong mga taga-ombudsman. Kayong mga taga-ombudsman, ilang beses na ninyo akong inimbestiga. Nag-file kayo ng kaso, si Elman recommended my prosecution. Sinabi ko na hindi ko ginawa. Umabot ako ng Supreme Court. Gumastos ako. Elman, may pera ka? Sinabi ko sa inyong ombudsman, file kayo ng file ng kaso to only to be dismissed. So what happened to the guy? Pag sinabi ng mayor, mo yan. Ipirma yung auditor pati mo. Pagdating doon ng hingin ng mayor, may hawak ang pera sa mayor, bigay siya. Sinong naiwan? Ang auditor pati treasurer. Makagalaw kayo, treasurer pati auditor mo lang. Ganon kayo ka-distorted. Ayaw paniwalaan ni ombudsman. All that she has to do is to consult all her lawyers. Kakilala niya. Period. Huwag na tayong pumunta. Yung mga ex-justices, hindi tanongin ninyo. Arbiter, kaya sabi ko, ang corruption, di ko madala ng... There has to be something else. Lahat, it's corrupt to the core. I said, I will stop drugs in 3 to 6 months. My template was Davao. Pagdating ko sa Maynila, when I had access to all of the confidential and secret files, came up with this name of 9 generals. Oh, how can I stop it? I did not start to operate after 2 months pa ako. Kasi kapa ako kung sino yung mga polis na nag-juggle pa ako. Sabi ko kay Bato, wag muna. And yet, you count. Simple lang naman yan. Ilan ang namatay before, about 2 weeks before I became president, and about 1 or 2 months after I assumed the presidency. Huwag tayo magbulahan dito. Puro tayo abogado eh. Don't ourselves into a corner na, you know, you can say that one more thing. Mang insulto ako. Hindi niyo ako kilala. Akala ninyo kailan dyan sa mga Maynila ang sikat ay paano ako mag-corruption? Piskal ako dito, and at the same time, I was a special prosecutor of the Tanod Bayan before. Wala pa yung ombudsman. Wala pa yung ombudsman. Kaya alam ko kung paano ka magtindig dyan, sintensyahan ka, you'll be prosecuted. Gawa ng ganun. Early on in my life, I had to work because of, ikaw lang eh. The day-to-day earnings of a new lawyer would not suffice for the financial. Hindi ko kaya no. Kasi I want to have a discussion at makilala ninyo ako para makaintindihan tayo. Ninyong gawin sa akin. Bastos talaga ako. Sabihin ko sa inyo, maghanap naman, pinakabastos na tao ako. Bastos talaga. Presidency. Bakit? Kung presidency ka, bastosin ka lang dyan, magtindi ka just because you're president. I am not a statesman. Abogado ako. Puta Dios. Prosecutor ako. Wala ako niyang diplomatic tokatis. Hindi ako nga diretso-diretso ako. Kung maligaya ka, kung ayaw mo, di sige, ikaw. Puta, abot ba ako ng presidente na ganito? Bakit? Yan lang tanongin mo. Abot kaya yung na sa presidency. Bugok yan. And, isa pa, itong mga, in school, we were taught to apply the law equally. Enforce the law against all who are responsible therefore. That's a very basic and blessed thing. Itong droga, for your information, kung mahina ka dyan, cannot be sought to look for them, buy and sell, because it is impossible to do. It has to be an organized crime. Hindi yan pwede. May tigluto talaga. And by the way, binitawan ka, we are now controlled by the Bambo Triad. Kinorner na ng lahat sa Southeast Asia ng Bambo, 14K. There has to be some cooking, and there has to be the lieutenants who will distribute it to the peddlers. Tawag na lang basura, yung maliliit na. That cannot be done, buying and selling, trafficking of drugs cannot prosper if it is not organized. Lulutuin dyan sa Trawlers International Sea, lagyan ng GPS, itatapon yan. Itong mga kunin nila, may GPS eh. Tapos ilipat nila. Tapon nila yung mga bins, yung mga blue na wash ashore sa regions 1, 2, and 3. Marami yan, araw-araw. Yan yung shabu na nilipat ng sako. Kasi may mga Chinese markings yung ano. Yan ang laro dyan. Yan mga laro, Parahinog. Was there an existing government kay Parahinog? May election ba doon? They lorded it over for several generations. And they were into drugs doon sa Matrix. He was the recipient, got it from Marawi. I have been telling you all along, pati itong human rights, stupid. The bleeding hearts, kuno, paikik-ikik, human rights. And yet, during election, wala, because Parahinog would just simply kill you. He even killed his own policemen who were against it. Yung anim, ang dalawa nakita niya doon sa there was this digging, was dug out. Those were the bones of the two policemen. Paano yan? Look at the obscenity of it all. Yung anak niyang si Ardot, nakita ninyo sa TV. Ang wallpaper ng bahay niya, 500 pesos and 1,000. God. Walang gobyerno doon. Albuera, same thing. Si Espinosa, yung sabi nilang sinalvage. Sabi nila sinalvage. Sabi ng polis, lumaban. Saan ako makinig? Doon sa mga inmates? You want me, the President, to believe the inmates na sinalvage? Well, let him prove it. Sabi ko, Aguirre, sabi niya ko, pag-aralan mo nga yan. Sabi niya sa akin, in the cabinet meeting, lahat yan, open na, lalo na korupsyon. Sabi niya, Mr. President, sir, murder, file it. Tanungin mo si Aguirre. Doon mo. Oh. Tapos pagdating doon sa baba na, naging homicide. Ganito ito ha. The President is not without recourse. Kasi gusto ninyo investigation? Okay, good. Findings, murder? Good, still good. File it. Pagdating doon sa korte, sige, convicted. Read the sentence. But if I believe sincerely that it was misappropriated, because sabi ko, I will support the police. Come hell or high water. But I will not tinker with the system of justice. Pagdating dito sa akin, reading, judgment, declaration perpetua, okay, give me the decision. Then, ako na naman. It's my turn now. Tapos na kayo, judiciary, pardon. Sabi niya, so what? If the Constitution says that the President can pardon, so what's the objection there? Hindi nga nagsabi na he could not pardon even himself. Di pati ako, isali ko na sarili ko. Kaya, bak mo sabihin na gano'n lang, magkagulo. I will not submit of the jurisdiction. Waving fabricated evidence in front, lying to his teeth in front of the nation. Tapos you want me to submit to the jurisdiction of the ombudsman. And who will now investigate? The ombudsman. Si Karangdang. Ito si Morales. Who will investigate her? There's a vacuum in the law. Impeachment. Who will do the legwork of investigation? I can do it because I have the authority to investigate. I am not saying that I will win. Factual lang. Ilan mga pulis, ilang mga na-convicted. I will ask for the records and I will have analyzed. And I will talk to the policemen. I will talk to the generals. And I will talk to the people who were unjustly convicted. And I will encourage them to file a case. Then when the time comes, if we cannot agree with each other, then let us decide to submit it to the armed forces of the... Kasi magkagulo tayo. You decide. Mag-resign kami. You decide. Sino mag-decide? Who will be fair enough to do it? None. Kasi ang ombudsman is not answerable to anybody. I can be impeached, but how about the investigation? You cannot expect Congress to do that. There has to be some legwork. Then the NBI and the CIS will do it for us. I will also investigate. Hindi yung investigate, ipatawag ko si Conchita. That's a very poor dimension of looking at things. Pero certainly, ito si Karangdang, I can summon him. Because he committed a crime. Not an administrative one. I'm not trying him because I'm not the judge. But he has to answer for this. Or else, I will go there and bring him to the NBI. Kailangan, you must obey the law also. Not only me. Ako, hindi niya ako pinatawag. You invented. Itong mga yelo, halos mamatay na lang. Gusto nang bumawi. You know, I'm not trying to. There is also Ecclesia which says, you know, I was elected by a margin of 6 million. So gamitan ko kayo ng kolokyal. Onion skin, sabi ko, the truth, a lie repeated 1,000 times is the truth. I'll add another one, a colloquial. The voice of God, the voice of the people is the voice of God. You want to rule this country? Fine. Get elected. Maglaro tayo, sumali ka sa politika, magpaik-ik. Anong onion skin? Putain ba ako? Paano yung mga anak ko? Onion skin. So sabihin ko sa kanila, you adopt the hide of a bull or a carabao or rhinoceros. Onion skin lahat ka, including my grandchildren. Ipa-onion skin mo for a fabricated hundreds of billions. It's to your sorrow. And I hope to meet you one day. Kung hindi pakain ko yung papel sa inyo, sabi, don't fuck with me. Hindi ako papayag na ganun yung mga pamilya ko. I will die. I am old. I'm 72. I have been going around. Baski gabi, nag-take off ako ng aeroplano, even in Marawi. Kasi itong mga gwardya, sir, malapit tayo sa kamatayan. O di, mamatay tayo. Swerte-swerte naman ang buhay. Why? Why should you? But bakit Duterte is always talking life and death? Well, because people are worried about how I behave. Naglalanding ako ng gabi, tumitake up ako ng gabi sa helicopter. Diyan sa Kanyugan. Makikita mo, panihatid ako sa bahay ko doon sa likod ng bahay ko nilalanding ang helicopter. Panahon muna. Pero itong panahon ko sa mundong ito, I only pass through this world but once. Any good therefore that I can do, or any kindness that I can show to my fellow creature, let me do it now. Let me not defer or neglect it, for I shall not pass this way again. Trabaho lang ako. Tingnan mo yung milyon. Bakit? Basang kakuha ng pagkain. Ang nanay ko may pera, di doon kami kumakain sa bahay. Doon na kami nakatira eh. Tapos only after I became president na, sabi ng nanay ko, umalis ka dyan. Kasi naguguluhan na sa bahay. Maraming tao palagi. Because people would know how to navigate. Kasi governor ang tatay ko noon. I said, it cannot, I'm a worldly person, it cannot go beyond 14. Tingnan mo yung mga titulo na inauna nila. Ang mother title, nasa pangalan ko. Yung naghiwalay kami ng asawa ko, sabi ni Elizabeth, sige, pero lahat ipunta mo sa pangalan ng anak mo. So, say mother title, different. Tapos itong mga ulol, mga anak niya, binigyan ng trabaho. Bakit? Anong akala mo sa amin? I hate to say it. Baka ano sa amin? Pobre. Ganoon na lang kami kahirap. I'll tell you the secret. Yung ice plant. Nobody could operate an ice plant before. You have to get a congressional franchise. If you have to get a congressional franchise, it's not your fault. It's the law. So, kung walang ibang franchise dyan, ikaw yung ikaw yung source of all the ice ginagamit sa Davao. From sa ice cold beer to lahat. Part of the bulk of that money was from the ice plant. May laging kami, totoo yan. Kaya nga may lumberyard kami, yung Phyllis, yung taga Davao. So baka sabihin niyo, pobre talaga. Kaya ang taga Davao, alam mo ninyo yan. I don't know, but I said it's a good discussion tonight. At least I have a audience is very quiet and listening. I apologize to the others who had no business in this, but yan lahat sinabi ko. You have my commitment. Abogado to abogado, lawyer to lawyer. I will resign if it goes beyond. Kasi may mga lupa eh. So you have to... Kasi yung binigay ko sa House of Hope, yung mga babae, mga bata na may cancer. At doon ang naawa. So ang Lady of Victory, binigyan ko ng 3 million. Sabi ko, may negosyo man yan. Si Hannity Bright, valedictorian yan. Marunong talaga. Kaya ako nagtaka itong mga Sunny Dominguez sa finance. Yaman ang valedictorian namin. Started as a clerk dyan sa bangko, BPI. Now he owns Marco Polo. Marunong yan sila eh. Yung medyo mahina, kung ano lang trabaho na dyan, sige na lang. Marunong yan. Yung pera niya, mag-in, pagkabukas, i-add mo lahat. May tubo talaga yan araw-araw, 500, 600. But that is the same amount. Yung sabi nga dito, stated the attachment to the complaint, the alleged debits and credit representing outflows and inflows of funds were added together. Plus, araw-araw. Thus, the resulting amounts are wrong and misleading. So, as you see now, I am not on your skin. And salbahis ako. So yun, want. Hindi ako nagkamon, but choose your weapon. Mamili ka. Sanay ako ng ganun. Alam na may ilang opisyal dito sa Davao sinampal ko. Pati polis. Ilan ditong polis na binugbog ko. Patapang-tapangan na wala sa lugar. Pati military. Kita yung ano na yun? Yung regional director ng pulis. Binayakboy ko ng tot kalitsi ka, pangit mo. Sabi niya, Duterte na yan, kaya ko yan. Si Lacson nga, gikwilyuhan ko. O di si Lacson, dito ka magkwilyo sa akin. Pasabugin ko yung... Wala ang pinipili. I die with a bad reputation, fine. I die with a good, fine. Huwag lang yung corruption. Wala ako dyan. I could not have survived 22 years kung kayong taga Davao, alam ninyo magnanakaw ako. In my office, Presidente, walang papel na negosyo. Lahat doon lang yan sa secretaries niya. I only sign appointments. Walang contract na umaabot sa ayaw ko. At wala akong ibang pinirmahan, kundi sweldo ko lang. Wala akong allowances, baski piso. Nag-aiwas ako. Hindi ko na kailangan yan. What do I do with the money? I cannot go out of my bahay kasi itong mga to, sobra ko istrikto. Magsakay ako ng motor, sasakyan rin niya yung bumper. Sir, hindi pwede, sir. Totoo. Sabi ko, magpunta ako dyan. Sir, wala kang advice. Linisin pa namin yan. Sabi ko, sabay-sabay na tayo, mama. Just after dark, di ba? Balas ako dyan. Nung mayor ako, dyan ako, alam mo ninyo, nagkakape ako, pati maruya. Gusto kong pumunta, sabi na itong kasama ng ugali ninyo eh. Hindi na ako makapunta doon kasi baka may roadside bomb. So, kaya nga may konstitusyon yan dyan, no? Ano pala ginagawa ni Rodrigo? Naghintay mo lang yan. So, I'm sorry to... I don't know if it's pleasant or unpleasant evening. But if you want to talk to me, I'm ready to... Basta sabi ko, yan ang pangako, lawyer to lawyer and in obedience to my oath of office, I will resign. Maghanap ko. O, dyan sa land bank. Kung may abogado dito, taga land bank, bakit tingin nga yung sweldo ko? Hindi yan lumalabas sa opisina ninyo. Pagdating yung sa sweldo namin, kayo lang rin ang nakikinabang. May kinukuha ako dyan minsan, nagbili ako ng bahay kasi nagwalay nga kami. So sabi ko kay Said ko, maghanap tayo ng bahay na maliit lang. Kasi total ang, yung sabi ko, look for a 3-2-room affair. Kasi total, dalawa lang naman yung kabit ko, pati isang asawa ko. Dito ako sa gitna. So maliit masyado yan. But finally, kasi yung mga hindi taga rito, they would need, they are yung sinusukatan na ng prosthesis, ang gano'n. And the other 4 days ago, yung mga paraplegic dyan sa Lady of Victory, pinasakay ko ng 1:30. Doon sa Malacanang, binigyan ko sila ng dinner. Puro baldado na, but I cried when they sang because yung awa sa kanila, malas naman ang buhay talaga. Bakit ganito? Minsan, you begin to question God. If God is perfect, why are there so many imperfect things in life? Diba sa Ateneo, first year, second year kami, yung lahat, yung 3 generations above 3 generations. Father Mark Falbe, tignan mo yung, he was the priest who was sued for being a pedophile. Tignan mo yung last entry niya, assignment. Kunin mo, Mark Falbe, internet. Inabot kami noon dito. Well, we were praying our confession. Oh, come. Tell me about your sins. Minamasturbate kami. So, what are my sins? Father, I'm getting hot. Is it a sin? I'm about to explode. Katoliko, Sus Mariusep. Catechism. Nako. God created paradise. And He created man. Tama na sana yung tayo-tayo lang dito mag-upakan. He created a woman. At anong God na to? Perfect. When we use of a very, when we talk of a place that comes to mind, paradise, there's everything that you have. And happiness abounds there. Now, ano ginawa ng Diyos? Ng Katoliko, I believe in God. In God alone. Ang Katoliko, nagawa si God ng ahas, anong napasok sa ulo ng tapos nilagyan ng bunganga galing China, Yung dumadating dito every tapos sige, magpunta ka doon. Ang ahas nagpunta doon kay Eve. Pinakain, si Eve naman, pinakain Adam. So the creation which was paradise perfect became an incongruity. Just life. Life is incongruous by itself. That's what yan ang message ko sa inyo. Nobody's perfect. Life is never fair. It's really an incongruity. It depends on how you handle yourself here. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. A warm round of applause, please.